Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Picture this. You're 65, maybe a few years past that milestone, and life's still barreling toward you like a freight train. The phone's buzzing non-stop with requests. Can you watch the grandkids this afternoon? Can you fix my wobbly shelf? Can you bake 3 dozen cookies for the fundraiser? And your instinct, sharpened by decades of being the go-to person, is to nod, flash a grin, and say, "Sure, I've got it handled." You've been the fixer, the helper, the one who never lets anyone down, and saying yes feels as natural as breathing. It's who you are, etched into your core after years of stepping up. But then you pause, mid-agreement, mid-sentence, and feel that little tug, that faint whisper of, "I don't want to do this." Maybe you're bone-tired, maybe you're stretched thinner than a worn-out rubber band, or maybe you just crave a quiet afternoon with a book and a steaming coffee instead of another whirlwind day of doing for everyone else. Sound familiar? If you're nodding along, you're not alone. Tons of folks over 65 keep saying yes out of habit, guilt, or that nagging fear of letting someone down or looking useless. But here's the twist. What if saying no could be your superpower? A quiet rebellion that changes everything. What if I told you there are 6 life-changing wins waiting for you when you flex that small, mighty word after 65? No drama, no showdowns, no burned bridges, just a simple shift that hands you back your time, your peace, your very life. Stick with me, because we're about to unpack why saying no isn't selfish or weak. It's powerful beyond measure, and how it can transform your days in ways you never saw coming. If you're ready to trade overwhelm for freedom and carve out some calm in the storm, let's dive in. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell. You're not going to want to miss this. Let's get rolling. Let's set the stage, because this yes habit, it's deep-rooted, tangled up in decades of who you've been, and it's not letting go easy. You've spent a lifetime being the rock, raising kids who needed you every waking and sleeping hour, working jobs where no was a luxury you couldn't afford, pitching in for friends, family, community, because that's just what you do. You were the one who stayed late to finish the report, drove across town in a snowstorm to help a buddy move, organized the block party when no one else would. Retirement hits, and instead of easing into that long-awaited breather, you double down. Grandkids need rides to soccer, neighbors need favors like you're the local handyman, that volunteer group needs just 1 more hour that turns into 10. People heap on the praise, "You're amazing. How do you do it all at your age?" And it feels good, like a shiny gold star for staying useful, relevant, alive in a world that sometimes sidelines folks over 65. But here's the catch. Every yes chips away at you. Your energy, your quiet moments, your chance to just be instead of always do. Studies from the American Journal of Gerontology say folks over 65 who overcommit report 25 to 35% higher stress and burnout than those who set boundaries. It's a real toll, not just a feeling. It's not about being lazy or turning cold. It's about seeing that yes isn't always the victory lap you think it is. It's a weight, and you don't have to carry it forever. My friend Clara, 67, was the queen of yes, always there, always on, always the first to raise her hand, until she wasn't, crumbling under a load she didn't even realize she'd piled on herself. Saying no, it's not a wall to shut people out. It's a gate to let yourself in, and these 6 wins are what's waiting on the other side. Win 1's a game changer. A big, bold prize. You reclaim your time. Hours, days, whole glorious chunks of life you didn't know you'd surrendered. Every yes fills your clock like sand in a jar. Errands for your sister, favors for the guy next door, commitments piling up like bricks until there's no room left for you. No hands it back, sweeps the slate clean. After 65, time's not just precious, it's yours to shape, to hold, to savor instead of spend. Imagine skipping that extra shift at the food pantry, not because you don't care, but because you'd rather sip tea on the porch, watching the leaves fall, hearing the birds instead of the buzz of obligation. Clara felt this. She'd say yes to every call, every plea, then wonder why her days vanished into a blur of other people's needs. 1 no to a weekend gig, and she had a Saturday, her first in months, to garden, nap, just breathe without a timer ticking. Research from the National Institute on Aging says seniors who guard their time cut stress by 20% and boost life satisfaction. Real hours, real calm, not just a daydream. Tomorrow, try it. Say no to 1 ask, claim an hour for yourself. What'll you do with it? Read a page, walk a block, stare at the clouds? That's your win, your time, yours alone. Win two's softer but just as strong. You protect your energy, not just the physical juice to lift a box, but that inner spark that keeps you humming. After 65, your tank's smaller. Years of wear mean pushing through leaves you running on fumes faster than it used to. Yes to every task. Lifting boxes for a friend's move, hosting dinners till midnight, drains it quick, leaves you flat. No keeps the gauge up, keeps that light in you burning. It's not weakness or giving up, it's strategy, pure and simple. My Uncle Ted, 69, learned this the hard way. He'd his way through fixing everyone's fences, hauling lumber like he was still 40, then crash too tired to fish, his favorite escape. One no to a neighbor's roof job, and he was casting lines by noon, grinning like a kid with a secret. Studies show energy management post-65 cuts fatigue by 30%. More spark for what lights you up, less slog through what doesn't. Tomorrow, feel it. Are you fading by midday, dragging by dusk? Say no to one pull, save your fuel for something you love. Fish, knit, laugh. It's yours to keep, not theirs to borrow. Win three's a quiet gift, subtle but sharp. You sharpen your focus, mental clarity that fuzzes out when you're spread thin like butter on too much bread. Yes, scatters you, multitasking names, dates, promises till your brain's a jumble, a tangle of half-thoughts. No narrows the lens, cuts the noise. After 65, your mind craves less clutter. Overload blurs it, muddies the edges. Clara's yes spree left her forgetting appointments, stumbling mid-chat, asking, "What was I saying?" like a broken record. One no to a bake sale, and she read a book, whole chapters sinking in, no fog clouding her head. The Journal of Aging Research says boundary setters over 65 report 15 to 25% fewer memory slips. Focus snaps back like a rubber band when you trim the chaos. Tomorrow, check. Are you blanking more? Losing threads mid-story? Say no to one load, clear the haze, finish a thought, find your keys. It's not age stealing your edge, it's space you're giving back. Win four's physical, tangible, real. You ease your body. Those aches and creaks that flare when you overdo it, that nag when you ignore them. Yes to hauling groceries, running errands, doing it all. It's a tax on joints and muscles that don't bounce back like they did at 40 or even 50. No lets them rest, lets them heal. Past 65, recovery's slower. Overuse turns stiffness into pain, twinges into trouble. Ted's fence-fixing marathons left him hobbling, popping pills like they were candy, muttering just old age. One no, and his knees thanked him. No limp, just a walk with the dog, tail wagging, steps steady. The British Medical Journal ties saying no to a 20 to 30% drop in chronic pain flares. Your body heals when you let it, not when you push it past the red line. Tomorrow, listen. Are you wincing when you stand, rubbing spots that won't quit? Say no to one strain, stretch instead, sit, roll your shoulders, rest. It's not frail, it's smart, a kindness to the frame that's carried you this far. Win five's deep, soul-level stuff. You rediscover joy, stuff you love that, buries under a mountain of duty. Overcommitting turns passions into chores. Gardening's a grind when you're too tired. Reading's rushed when you're squeezed. No digs 'em out, dusts 'em off, hands 'em back. After 65, joy fuel lose it and days gray out, fade to blah. Clara's yes drowned her painting. Brushes sat dry, canvases blank, her hands too busy elsewhere. One no to a church cleanup and she painted. Colors popping, smile breaking through like sun after rain. Studies from the Journal of Happiness Studies say selective no's boost enjoyment by 25%. You pick what sings, not what sinks. Tomorrow, feel it. Is fun feeling forced? A box to check? Say no to one drag, grab one delight, paint, plant, play a tune. It's not selfish. It's alive, a pulse you've earned. Win six the kicker, the crown. You own your peace. Calm that overwork steals with every yes you scatter. Constant on spikes stress, frays nerves. After 65, you feel it more, deeper, sharper. No builds a wall around your quiet, a fortress for your calm. Ted's yes chaos left him snappy, sleepless, pacing at night, wired and worn. One no to a rush job and he napped. Real rest, no buzz, just still. Research shows boundary setters cut anxiety by 20 to 30%. Peace sticks when you guard it, when you claim it as yours. Tomorrow, notice, are you tense, shoulders tight, mind racing? Say no to one push, sit still, breathe, be, bask in the hush. It's not retreat, it's power, raw and quiet. Let's stretch this out further, because saying no after 65 isn't just a trick or a quick fix. It's a revolution, quiet but seismic, rippling through your days. You've been the yes champ. Decades of it. From diaper changes at 3 a.m. to deadlines that ate your weekends to, sure, I'll help when the world leaned hard. Retirement didn't stop it. It shifted the spotlight. Now it's grandkids begging rides, neighbors pleading favors, that endless stream of, you're the best for this, guilt trips. Clara? She'd leap at every plea, tutoring after school, baking till midnight, driving folks to appointments, till she was a ghost, fading under the weight of yes. Ted? He'd fix, lift, haul, grinning through gritted teeth till he couldn't, till the grin cracked and the exhaustion showed. Keeps me going, they'd say, echoing that old hustle pride, that badge of, I'm still here. But it doesn't keep you going. It grinds you down, slow and steady, stealing time, energy, joy, leaving you with scraps when you deserve feasts. Time's your first loot. Every yes is a thief, snatching hours you can't claw back, turning days into a blur of someone else's script. Clara's life was a treadmill. Errands, favors no end, no pause. One no, and she had a morning. Sun on her face, dirt under her nails, no rush. After 65, time's gold, not gravel. Studies say guarding it slashes stress by 20%, opens calm like a window. Tomorrow, spot it. Are you booked solid, no gaps? Say no, claim a slice, read a page, walk a block, stare at the sky till your eyes soften. It's not empty, it's yours, a treasure you've earned. Energy's next. Your spark, your fire, not just your step. Yes burns it out. Ted's endless tasks left him flat, fishing pole dusty, spirit dim. One no and he glowed, lake breeze in his hair, no crash, just calm. Past 65, energy's finite, a candle not a furnace. Research says pacing it keeps you lit, not limp, cutting fatigue by 30%. Tomorrow feel. Are you fading, dragging? Say no, save it, nap if you need, laugh if you can, live instead of limp. It's not less, it's more, a flame you tend, not snuff. Focus follows. Overwork scatters your brain like confetti, a mess of half-thoughts and dropped threads. Clara's yes fogged her, keys lost, words gone, a haze she couldn't shake. One no, and she was sharp. Book in hand, mind clear, no stumbles. After 65, less is more. Studies show no cuts mental clutter, boosts recall by 15–25%. Tomorrow test, are you fuzzy, losing your place? Say no. Unclog, think a full thought, find your footing. It's not slipping, it's steadying, a mind with room to roam. Your body's winds real, felt in the bones, overuse aches, no heals. Ted's yes broke his back, literal creaks, pain he ignored. One no and he walked free, no pills, just peace. Past 65 rest rules, research says no eases pain, saves strain, drops flares by 20–30%. Tomorrow hear it, are you sore, stiff? Say no, rest, stretch slow, sit soft, soothe what's tight. It's not old, it's wise, a nod to the body that's held you up. Joy's the heart, overwork dims it, no reignites it like a match to dry wood. Clara's paint sat, duty one, her hands too full. One no and she danced, canvas alive, spirit too. After 65, joy's your pulse. Studies say no lifts it, keeps it, boosts delight by 25%. Tomorrow check, are you flat, forced? Say no, grab joy, sing off key, plant a seed, play a chord. It's not selfish, it's you, alive and loud. Peace seals it, overworks noise knows quiet, a balm. Ted's yes buzzed him ragged, snaps no sleep, a wired wreck. One no and he rested, calm claimed, no hum. After 65, peace is king. Research says no cuts tension, builds still, drops anxiety by 20–30%. Tomorrow, feel. Are you wired tight? Say no, own it. Breathe deep, be here, bask in the hush. It's not hiding, it's holding, a power you wield. This is your power. After 65, no isn't a loss, it's a gain, a quiet roar that echoes. Clara cut yes, found mornings, paints wet, stress dry, a new dawn. Ted trimmed, fished, peace landed, rod in hand. These wins, time, energy, focus, body, joy, peace, they're not gifts handed down, they're yours to take, to seize. Spot the pull, say no. My cousin Sal, 66, did. Dropped half his shores, picked up whittling, knife sharp, smile sharper, wood chips at his feet. Thought yes was strength, he says, carving slow. It's not. No is a quiet, steady might. So what's your first no? Tomorrow feel it, rushed, tired, off, aching, flat. Say no, skip one ask, save one spark. Drop a comment, did it win? How'd it hit you? I'm all ears, eager to hear. If this vibes, smash that like, subscribe, and yell I'm in, below. Let's keep this going. Your no. It's worth it. Your life's worth it. See you next time.